is the Lore Souls. It's been a while since I've done any streaming at all. This week has kind of been busy. Got a new job this week, so it's kind of been absorbing my free time. But I can always make some time for Lore Souls. Just assuming the stream's going to work. It's back at 60 FPS for some reason, even though I changed literally nothing. So, we're back. We're back at it. Hello, Blood Fashion. I had a realization of what weapon I should use. Alright, I was up here as a suggestion of myself to... Oh, is the boy not loaded in? Yep, he loaded in. Okay. Look at this guy.
Aha, that so.
Start looking at soul transposition. What do we got that's new? Pyromancy from the Abyss. That High Lord Wolnir. Be it a sorcery or pyromancy, all techniques that infringe on humanity lead to the same place. That is to say, they seek a will of their own. So, High Lord Wolnir somehow succumbed to the Abyss. I'm not sure how. Dangerous Enchanted Swords. We should have... Yeah, here we go. Great Sword of Judgment. One of the Pontiff's weapons. Pontiff Sullivan's left hand, representing the judgment of the moon. But with magic far closer to sorcery than any existing lunar power. Its dark hues, deeper than the darkest moon, reflect Sorcerer Sullivan's true nature. So Sullivan was a sorcerer before he switched to being a cleric type person. And we also have the Profaned Greatsword. Representing the Profaned Flame. Long ago, when Sullivan was a young sorcerer, he discovered the Profaned capital and an undying flame below the distant tundra of Irithyll. A burning ambition took within him. What the Profaned Flame actually is a little vague at times. But Sullivan became the Pontiff because he found the Profaned Flame down in the Profaned capital. We'll be there later, and we'll find out maybe what the Profaned Flame was by reading some more descriptions. What else do we got? I think that's it for troll transpositions. Troll transpositions! So I'm wearing this. I got some items while we were away. Got all the Fire Witch set. Trying to figure out what those things are. Harrowed spirits of Irithyll that bore the Profaned Flames, which is who led the Pontiff's Knights, were ordained as holy knights. Their hearts were swallowed by the Profaned Flame. That's what all the set seems to say. It's pretty light. I've got the hat was the one I got last time. Also got the Pontiff Knight set. The Golden Crown signifies those who report directly to Sullivan, or his watchful eyes, and when he needed punitive blades. I like the crown a lot. Light and brittle. They all have pointy fingers and sort of claw-like thumbs. Get out of here. I don't need you. Did I get anything else worth it? I got the jailer equipment. Where's Jailer's leggings at? There they are. The jailers were among the few survivors inhabiting the Profaned capital, later serving under Pontiff Sullivan. So they were there when Sullivan found them. Where is Jailer gloves at? I always lose track of them. And then, of course, we have the Aristocrat's mask. Mask worn by the jailers of Irithyll Dungeon. Nobleman denied it in its plump features. And that's the hat we're wearing. But I'm going to go get a new sword. And to do that, I'm going to need to go to Lothric Castle. Yeah. So we're slightly more powerful than the last time we were here. We could actually compete with the monsters here if I wanted to. It would be harrowing, but through the power of increased firepower, I would be able to increase my power. But there was a weapon here that was very close to the whole reason I came to Lothric that I completely forgot about, but didn't really forget about because it's guarded by a powerful monster. I also used a shard to increase my flask. Yeah, I think I want to go this way. Because over here, we've got an elevator. I like how this skirt works with this hat. We go up here. I'm going to swap rings for the Silver Cat ring. Not seen a ton of Dark Souls 3? Well, it's my second favorite Souls game. I think I like it better than Demon's Souls and Bloodborne. Hard to say if it's better than Bloodborne, though. So we want to go over here. Back to, where this shit was. And we are going to make battle with this thing. I was for sure that was going to get me. Oh no! Did any of you see the grab attack happen? Because I didn't. Woof. I did not. Oh, and the camera snaps back to where I was before I died. Yeah, I didn't even see that grab attack happen. It just kind of went. Well, we can do something about that. What we're going to do is I'm going to swap out some spells for my damaging spell, and we're going to do some damage. And of course the cloth has weight to it. It's incredibly dense. It's got lead in it, or gold. So we lost some time there, but not a whole lot of time. Maybe I'll try killing the dragon after I defeat this mimic. I also, in the process of replacing my chime, Cleric Sacred Chime is now better. I just have to find the large shards to do it. Eventually we are going to be using Canvas Talisman. And Canvas Talisman may just be worth using because Steady Prayer is better than Lucky Chant or whatever it's called. Okay. We are going to focus on damage. Increase our damages. Don't know how both of those missed, but they did. We got the Sunlight Straight Sword. I'll be looking at that shortly, because I've decided to make a foolish decision. try fighting this thing. I should have brought a ranged attack. There we go. Oh, it dropped a large shard. Well, that was worth it. We'll take care of the other dragon later. I just wanted to have no reason to come back to this particular spot. Because we got the Divine Lothric Tome here, but I completely whiffed on... Really, I should have just, when I got the Divine Tome, just, you know, used an old Undead Hunter's Charm on the Mimic, because it was right here. But, we have the Sunlight Straight Sword, imbued with the strength of lightning. That is not true! This featureless longsword contains the very power of the sun! It's a relic of a one-sided adoration. This is, of course, the ultimate reference to one Solaire, who used lightning and indeed had a one-sided adoration of the sun. Oath of Sunlight! Raise the sword aloft, and have been praising the sun to boost attack and damage absorption for self and allies in vicinity. A good buff. You will notice it does no lightning damage. However, it has faith scaling. So I'll be able to make use of my 30 faith. I don't think that the sword buff is quite as good as the spell buff, but it does mean I can sort of mix and match. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to level up and not level up Dex, or not level up Faith for once. We're going to level up Dexterity once. And I think get some of this. And then Faith.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Okay. So now we have Faith. And we can adorn ourselves with the Sword of Sunlight. We can find out if they stack. Usually, buffs like this don't, though. It's hard to tell if they stack or not. Oh, I got all the souls because I killed Fire Witches and Pontiff Knights until I got the entire set. Whoops.
Tis good, wasn't it?
And this, of course, uses Twinklers. We like a slab.
Prithee, be careful.
So we have upgraded our weapon. So this does... Okay, 174 plus 100, 274 against 240. And it'll only get better from here. Immolation... Oh, I did! I forgot about the immolation tinder. Profanes... Yeah. A torch, both a weapon and a staff, is enshrouded in everlasting flame. It's kind of a halberd. This honestly would not be the worst weapon for us, but it has some pretty hardy stat requirements. And it's also a staff, so like you can cast magic with it, but I can't do magic. Yeah, but yeah. It's a torch, but weapons. Okay. I also got a great scythe. Large blade appears to be eaten away by insects, making it lightweight but also brittle. It actually has it has bleed on it. At some point, it had bleed, but the screen did not show it had bleed. It's a scythe weapon. Pretty good. You can see it sort of glow. Or maybe that's just the light. This looks cool. Kind of looks like I'm parrying. What else did I get? I think that's about it. Let's go back to using our Sunlight Straight Sword. Yeah, I can't skill. I don't have the stat requirements, so I'm not allowed to skill. You're going to be nigh useless where I'm going, so I think I'm just going to use Silvercat Ring. Sacred Oath, not that useful. Let's try GRS, and why not? As we're going back to Irithiel Dungeon. I don't remember how far into the dungeon I got. I think I unlocked the shortcut and then turned tail. Which, yeah, we killed the giant. We can go down here. I rarely actually take the elevator down because you can just drop off here and then drop off here. And if you're wearing the Silvercat Ring, you take no damage. So really, I should have left the elevator down, but whatever. Oh, Ratigan, Ratigan. Hello, Gur. I let that mimic live. We're just going around the profaned capital. You missed me going and getting the Sunlight Straight Sword, which is very slightly more powerful than the Raw Astora Straight Sword, even though the Raw Astora Straight Sword would probably be more powerful if I put chunks into it. You can get up here, and we can be on our merry way. I forget how you get down there. There's a way to come from over there. Come here, rats. I just picked up your pickaxe. No! Kick! The kick animation. So this is one of the few games where getting the pickaxe is pretty trivial. I should be two-handing my weapon. I don't think the ass actually has faith scaling. It just has a faith requirement. But I'm going to look at the pickaxe. Yeah, in every other game, the pickaxe is kind of a joke weapon. You kind of have to go... Okay, in Demon Souls, it's a real weapon that is actually very useful. But in Dark Souls, it's just kind of a joke. And then in Dark Souls 2, it's a hyper joke. Well, you know what? I'm just going to go up here. And I'm going to open these chests up here. And I, like, really hope nothing bad happens. But I'm just going to buff my weapon. Just in case that coming around here... got the old cell key. Oh no! Ambushing! I've died to Curse all of like 3 times in my entire life. and often, and I think 2/3 of the time have been here. This is a very deadly murder hallway. Where the heck is my lock-on going? Nowhere, apparently. Okay. Yeah, in Stonefang Tunnel in Demon Souls, pickaxe was a blessing. Because it was hard to get piercing all the time. Yeah, the cloth physics are going crazy. Oh, we got one of these! We got one of the Twisto Reversos. Returning from Dark Souls 2. Or the Dark Clutch Ring. Let's look at our spoils. We've obtained the old cell key, which is here. Key to the oldest cell in Earthil Dungeon. The first prisoners of the dungeon was a lone giant. Cells for men were built at his feet. Yeah, the Twisto Reverso Voldo mimics, those are definitely a Dark Souls T thing. Oh, an item. I should run directly for that and not look to the left. Dung! Ah, this next room sucks. Oh, the ring? Yeah, the ring has lore we've seen before, but I'm willing to look at Dark Clutch Ring again. They're the hands of dragons, clutching stones. The only difference is this one does Dark Attack. Old Fable of Londor claims that the lure of the Clutch Ring might reaches out to the crestfallen, who might otherwise be overcome with despair. These rings are very powerful. I think they give you a 20% damage increase and like a 10% damage increase against you. It's rather good. So, I'm ignoring those guys for now. I wonder if there could be some lore here. We have persons of many backgrounds sitting here in the same slunched over position. This guy's wearing the mercenary starting gear. This is a Lothric Knight. Here is one of the thieves from Lothric. And we have another mercenary, another Lothric Knight, and another... Okay, we have two parties, adventure parties, sitting next to something. And it looks like a dragon person from Dark Souls. And we just got the Dragon Torso Stone. Stone imbued with the power of the everlasting dragon, used in a secret rite by dragon worshippers. Gain the torso of a dragon and a dragon's roar. A transformation that is irreversible until death. From ancient times, the path of dragon worship was walked by warriors. They said they envision Archdragon Peak in the depths of their meditation, and at times they even hear the distant sound of the great bell at the peak. Well, this is the only hint, and it's a pretty... If you actually read and think about the stone, it's not the worst hint, but the mark in time between when you find this stone and the thing you need to unlock the secret of the stone is pretty gigantic. So we will be making use of the Dragon Torso Stone, although not by using it most of the time. I'm going to take this elevator instead and abandon it almost immediately. Because here we have a delicious gift given to one who has been thirsty for a long time. Lightning Blade. We have achieved more power. Something died. Miracle allegedly wielded by a certain Dragon Slayer knight in the Age of Gods. Reinforces right hand weapon with lightning. Tales of Dragon Slayers are now a rare thing, told only in fragments and whispers in remote regions. I'm not certain which Dragon Slayer they mean, although maybe I am. Recall where you find Lightning Blade in Dark Souls 1, and the lore will become apparent. In Dark Souls 1, you find Lightning Blade, or Sunlight Blade, in Dark Moon Tomb in Anor Londo. In the tomb guarded by Gwendolyn, or Guinevere, or no, Gwendolyn, yeah, Gwendolyn, not Guinevere. And it's supposedly the blade of a Dragon Slayer. They don't think they mean Ornstein at all. We find ourselves back here. I don't think they mean Smo either. Smo was never a Dragon Slayer. I shouldn't have sent the elevator down, but I did. Yeah, it's Smo. Smo's a Dragon Slayer. It's true. Dragon Slayer Ornstein is called a Dragon Slayer, and his weapon is lightning, but he does not use Lightning Blade. His weapon is already lightninged. And now we embrace a terrible place to live. That is called me hating myself. How am I going to deal with these fools? Get over here! Oh, there's an item here. Just a large Titanite. Okay. Get over here! This plan is not going to work because I'm not going to have enough blue. Yeah, they're carrying... I can show you the brand they're carrying. They're carrying one of these. Mislabeled a soldering iron. A branding iron used by the jailer's prowling Irithiel dungeon. If they hit me with their branding iron, I'll basically die in one hit. On account of horseshit. Get over here. They also lower your max HP by looking at you. I'm dead. Yeah, the jailers are, I'm going to go make a quick trip back to Firelink. Yeah, they're apt to kill you in one hit because when they hit you, it puts you in fat roll and makes your stamina regen really, really slowly. So what usually happens is they hit you, you get locked in place, and then your HP just continually drains until you die.
Just what?
So one of the things
Brother, be careful.
that Andre does in this game is swap your flask from orange to blue. Orange fills up your red bar, blue fills up your blue bar. It's called Ash and Estus Flask. Yeah. This room takes something they've introduced to you and asks you to deal with it in a new way. Now, how am I going to deal with this? Could bring in Sacred Oath. I don't think I want you. 20, 23. What if I bring Doris? Doris is gnawing. That's not the way I want to go. I think I don't want to go this way. I want to go this way. I think. Is it down here? Yes. So, we're going to attempt to draw them in with Doris's gnawing, which has good tracking. They attack pretty slow, and they have a lot of wind-up, so if you can kill them quickly... Oh shit, they bleed out really well. What if my plan is just to do this? Just give them the old gnaw. Gnaw 'em. Actually, you know what? What if I spect? Actually, no, that's useless. What kind of ring, what kind of damage? Is it do dark damage? Let's find out. Yes. Actually, okay, I only have blue TSR. Man, if I had RTSR, this would be fucking good. Also, yes, I am at literally 1 HP. That was a poor time to heal. I should have waited for my thing to go back up. But now that I have the element of surprise on my side, this ring can actually do something. And it's just an ember. There's horrible screaming going on. thing is, we're going to come back here later. We don't have all we need. Yet. Ooh, an item. Just a large soul warrior. Well, I'm just going to run across this bridge. And I really hope that that thing in the distance over there does not fly at me and try to attack me. Oh no! How could this happen? Well, better run away. Man, look at all these ladders. Wonder who made all these ladders. You got a ladder here. Got ladders all over the floor. Is there a ladder over here? There's ladders down there. Oh. There's a ladder right here. Man, who would, take all the time to make all these ladders? Be a reference of some kind. It's everybody's favorite character from Dark Souls 2. And he's dead. It's Laddersmith Gilliam. And he gives us Stretch Out and Undead Bone Shard. Stretch Out is a very good emote that can actually be used to dodge a fair amount of Pontiff Sullivan's attacks. He'll just swing right over you. And you can't get here before fighting Pontiff Sullivan. But yeah, Laddersmith Gillian finally found all the treasure he ever wanted, if his treasure was cups. There's lots of guilders around here. Well, let's go home and burn that old shard. We got charges. We got stuff. Gonna burn it. Burn me, shard. Our flask is getting pretty high up there. Since I sequence broke and got stuff early, I don't know how far up the chain we are. Is it plus 12? Is that the max? I don't remember. Let's go ahead and just do some stuff. I'm definitely going to want Dwarithus Gnawing. I want Caressing Tears. And you know what? Let's try out Lightning Blade. Dragons do like cups and coins. The good thing about cups and coins is you can use the cups to hold your coins. Oh, sure, it's Profane Cup. Really, Ogre, it should be you that's doing this stream. Is our friend of the show, Ogre, who was actually on the last stream, dear friend of mine, one of my oldest friends. He recently beat the game while level 1. And he beat the entire game. DLC and all. Which is a mighty feat, if you ask me. And here I am dying to some asshole. I'm usually pretty decent at fighting these guys, but this guy's just got my number today. Do I really want to devote all that strength to the Shield of Want? The Shield of Want is incredibly good. But it's 18 whole strength. This is the oldest trick in the book. Do not head directly towards the treasures you want, because you will fall in holes. Because there's a hole over this guy. And then if you keep running after this treasure, oops, there's a hole. With Yorm the Giant? Oh. Yorm the Giant will probably not even hit me. We'll find that out when we get there, though. Crested gold coin. We found some gold coin here. Ah, good old Yorm the Giant. I should probably put on the Silver Cat ring. Huh. Wonder what this guy is. Oh, he's dead. I'm sorry, I should not be gendering these disgusting house centipedes. Oh no, I'm toxic! The best Britney Spears song. I would play Britney Spears, but it would get my video muted. Anime titties? We're in the wrong Souls game for that. Gotta go to Dark Souls 1 if you want that. Getting some mileage out of Caressing Tears. It's amazing. So all I really want is this. Which is the Curse Bite Ring. Well, good luck in GMAT. And of course there's a poison gem down here. Why there's a poison gem in Toxic Town, I don't know why. And thank you for the resub, Brilliant Fashion. We could go that way, but instead I want to go this way. What up? A little less loot is probably acceptable. But I'll say, yeah, that's fine, Ogre. I accept that moderation action. Shitposting is A-okay, you just gotta be a little more creative than that. So, what we want to do is use Doris's gnawing here. Because these things are incredibly weak to bleed. Yeah. Eleonora. And some dung pie. We'll get the lore out of these things soon. I think I got a double hit on that one. So they've got eyeballs on their bellies, and their mouths are hands, and also... Oh wait, shit! Yeah! Did you know you could critical these guys? And I always drop dung pies. So what we have here, I believe, are some extra hints towards what the Profaned Flame even was. Through... Eleonora, strange weapon found among malformed inhabitants of the profane capital. The profane flame was triggered by the curse of these women, relatives of a certain oracle, but despite their culpability, they went on living without any cares. I believe this is a roundabout reference to Dark Souls 2 Crown of the Ivory King. Relatives of a certain oracle. There was the oracle in that game who was trying to hold back the second Chaos Flame type thing, which had destroyed the Ivory Kingdom by turning it into a frost thing. So yeah, I guess what they found here above the frozen land of Anor Londo was the profane flame from Dark Souls 2. They are also extremely bloodborne enemies. Extremely. What was I going to look at? We got... That's a little better, Rondo Mundi. Keep practicing. Increases curse resist. Well, pretty far after any curse resist is any useful. Perhaps it'll come in handy. What else did I pick up? Eleonora, Curse Bite Ring. We're killing handmaidens. Get it? Yeah, but they're extremely bloodborne enemies due to their... I'm trying to squeeze out this thought, and it'll happen eventually. They're very bloodborne enemies due to their eyeballs, the fact that you can visceral them by hitting them in the head. Or the mask. The aristocrat's mask is very good. I like our armor setup a lot right now. Man, wouldn't it really suck if some kind of asshole wizard attacked me? I would be really displeased if that were to happen. Please don't hurt me. Boys! Shit! You know what? That was a novel way of dealing with that particular threat. I've never done that before. Drops Logan scroll. I would have claimed that was completely on purpose had I remembered to had I forgotten to take the silver cat ring off. Then I would have said that was 100% on purpose. So we got Logan's scroll, which of course... Big Hat Logan. The court sorcerers used this scroll to claim heirship to Logan's legacy, though now that claim stands up to closer... Though how that claim stands up to closer scrutiny is another story. So we don't exactly know how Logan's scroll ended up down here. Shouldn't I have gotten court sorcerer staff too? Is that around here somewhere? What did I forget? Sigh. I forgot to go all the way down there for like a large shard or something. Huh, an item. Hey, hey! I had forgotten this was here. Wrath of the Gods is an epic tale, while Force is but a woeful, incomplete version of that yarn. The primal account of profound fury emits a shockwave that also inflicts damage. Elementary miracle. Traditional miracle. Primal form. People of lands known for festivity and drink are typically outspoken. One can be sure that they did not bottle their emotions, instead venting their anger with the like of confidence. Ah. There's another hand thing down there. And a mimic. Hey. Hey, wake up. Wow, that thing really tried. I think I'm gonna have to get the drop on this thing. Poop. Okay, that's the Court Sorcerer set. Run by Court Sorcerers, the Purban Capital. This tall, dark head piece suggests they may have also been oracles. Airship the Big Hat Logan. Yeah. Yeah. Where is the Court Sorcerer's staff? Did I forget to pick that up? I don't remember where it's at. Or... we fought the last couple mimics. Let's let this one live. There we go. They teach dark sorceries? Well, the Court Sorcerer doesn't use dark sorceries. Rubbish! Hey, useless item! And this useless room! Now the Mimic's going back to sleep. Good night, Mimic. And with Logan's Scroll, you get some of the highest tier crystal sorceries. Or just sorceries in general. So, we can go up there. Or, we can do something stupid. Just how stupid this is will not become immediately apparent once we get here. There are birds, but they do not accept rubbish. Huh. I wonder what's this message is here for. Huh. Where's the things at? Are they not here? They must be in another thing. Hi, Siegmeyer.
Ah, you are a saint. Once again, you are my valiant savior. I, Siegfried of Katarina, express my deepest gratitude. Take this, a token of my thanks. Go on. It's all yours.
Hey, the slab.
Ah, no, please. Go on ahead. I've my own road to take, and a duty to fulfill. Very soon. Ah, no.
There's also, hey, the covetous gold serpent ring. A powerful item indeed. A gold ring depicting a snake that could have been but never was a dragon. Followed foes are more likely to drop items. Man, look at the line breaks on this item. Snakes are known for creatures of great avarice, devouring. It's basically the same as the silver ring in that. Oh man, look at the kerning on this. Or the line breaking. If one's shackles are cause for discontent, perhaps it's time for some old-fashioned greed. Full disclosure. Early on in this stream, I got the help of a friend to let to cart over Covetous Gold Serpent Ring +3 over from a different character, so that I would be able to more effectively farm items. Yeah, I forgot where these awful things at. They're here. This is one of the worst design decisions in the entire game. There's just invisible dudes here. There's not invisible dudes anywhere else in the entire game except for the invisible dudes that you can, like, see their eyeballs glow and they're established as being invisible. But these guys... they're just like a monster closet. Because they want you to come down here for the jailer's keyring, and then have jailers run after you. They could have just dropped down from the ceiling. But we got the jailer's keyring. Opens most cell doors. On what grounds do they remain imprisoned, considering they are by now mindless hollows, or unrealized gibbering fools? Well, one of those unrealized gibbering fools is going to be our new best friend. Let's go rescuing them. Yeah, those things were just invisible. If they casted shadows, that would be like half a reference to a weird thing in Dark Souls 2, where there's the invisible hollows that drop round, smooth stones when you kill them, which are one of the most baffling things in that game. Carla's lore. Carla is kind of a Demon Souls reference. Kind of. But Carla will be in the future. Man, that gargoyle's going to be so mad that I'm just going to run right past him. So I'm going to have to fight these things again. That was the wrong miracle. Although, it's coming at me. Not quite the 2 hits. They're coming around for another pass. I keep missing. Well, I'm dead. The Crucifix Beast might be more trouble than it's worth. I think I just need... I think Dorithus' gnawing is wrong. Actually, no, Dorithus' gnawing is right. I just need... I can just kill them with ranged battle. Yeah. I should just kill them with ranged battle. Yeah, their audio-visual of these enemies are quite good. The chuckling they make, the horrible fog sound. There's a lot to recommend about these guys. It's just actually fighting them kind of sucks. So the plan is now just kill them with Doris's gnawing. They just barely live. Yep. See, they have a grab attack they can do when you're soldered. How can I squeeze just a tiny bit more damage out of my stuff? Is it actually a dark type move? Actually, no, I'm dumb. I have Morn's Ring. That also works. Yeah, the grab attack they do once they brand you comes out so fast. I do not yet have the Cleric Ring, no. But, all the same, I'm not sure they're an unfair enemy, because they can only kill you if they hit you. And thus, the onus is somewhat on you to avoid them. I'm a dumb, and I forgot about Morn's Ring. Yeah, this room is very Dark Souls 2-ian, isn't it? It's like, hey, how about you fight 8 of these enemies? Ah, thank you for the host, Medibot. I'm getting raided with bones. Ember! The Alvaset. It's good. Let's see if I can't find some bones. Bones to eat. I want to eat the bones. Oh boy, a treasure chest. I'm not fighting that mimic. It's Titanite scales. Bones. See if there's any bones in here. Do I have bones? No, just Xanthus ashes. And a jump scare. So we just got the Xanthus ashes. Humble Ash of a sorcerer who explored the golden sorceries of a long past land. This is the Mad King Jeremiah. There are corpses in this area that scream when you pick them up. And if there are enemies nearby the jump scares, they will attack you. They'll wake up and attack you. That's a dumb mechanic. Silly hitman, Xanthus scholars, but some foolishly imitate by dressing in yellow. That'll bring up some fun items for us, and in respect to their lifestyle, I will adorn myself with the Xanthus crown. But there's more lore here. I need more lore. Where is the lore? Is it here? Hello! We have here a classic witch. She has a very excellent hat.
Oh, there you are. I thought you'd all but forgotten me. How sweet. Good to know that a skinny little heretic can still turn heads.
Man, the pitter-patter of those rats really destroying the, ambiance. Yeah, this is very much Yuria from Demon Souls.
Hmm? Oh, you're not one of them, are you? Accept my apologies for mistaking you for one of those leeches. So, what business have you here? This is a land of monstrosities, and I am no exception.
Offer to help.
You're here to save me. But I'm guilty. A wretched child of the abyss. Is that something you can forgive?
Save her nonetheless. I like how it's phrased.
Oh, really? You are no ordinary woman.
I should think that was obvious.
Very well. Besides, I've grown tired of imprisonment. I am Carla, and I accept your proposal.
Later. But there's still more lore! More lore! To facilitate the garnering of lore, I'm actually going to put on this. And also this. The Estus string will give me more lore. It'll give me more orange juice. If one of these guys gives... Well, oh man, he did his thing! No, no bully. None of them gave me their thing, although that one gave me some orange juice. Coal! This coal is profaned! Remnants of the fire that burned down the profane city, preserved in an icy skull. Post them if you got 'em, kids. Here's the bones you seek. You came for bones and I supplied. Give to a blacksmith. For dark blood and hollow infusion. Hollow is one of the most interesting infusions in the game. I rattled a chain with my gigantic hat. But yet, there's still more items. I don't know if there's more lore to extract from the dungeon, but there is definitely more lore. Over here is just a rude boy. If you uncage the rude boy, he will fight the jailers, but there is absolutely no guarantee that the jailers will also not fight you while they're fighting the rude boy. You can do it, but there's no other really reason to do it. Well, we're not yet done with this horrible place. Is it thising way I want to go? No, it is thating way I want to go. And I'm going to take these awful things off my quick bar. You are no longer useful. So I guess I'll swap for the other one. How rude is he? Well, he's an enemy type we've seen before. I guess, for the benefit of those uninitiated, I shall fight him. Because I'm never, ever coming back to this place. Come here. He gave me his juice. He has a little bench and some jars and a bucket, and that's what his life was like. Take it easy, Rondo. Take it easy. We can go back up here. Take the elevator back up. That I have conveniently put back up instead of leading down where it's actually useful. I should probably go back to the shrine and dump this old slab I got into... Dang it. And dump this slab into my sword. But first, I really want to kill this thing. Shit. There we go. I had to kill it. I wanted the treasure. I think around... Dang it, I'm wearing F2. No, I can just, Shit. Wow! How am I alive? Why did I heal? Terrible decisions were made. There's no reason to fight that one. I think I want to go to the other side of the bridge. Which means I do need to fight this guy. And this guy. This guy is the threat one. He's more likely to kill you than any of them. And there's this. Did you remember this item? It's the prisoner chief's ashes. Yeah, it actually affects your max HP. So, the Lloyd Sword Ring, which boosts attack when HP is full, will work if you are in 1 out of 1 HP. Okay. The treasures to gain here are precious few left. There's this one, which is just some gold coin. There's this one, which you can just open. Which, this is another pop scare, so... Oh, it's not? I thought it was. Oh, this one's the pop scare. Return the slab. And see, this guy woke up because of the scream. That happens in a few places. Let's leave this terrible place. And return to Firelink Shrine. Because we have a new best friend, and of course, the thing we should do with our new best friend is haze her. Because we have Carla, who is a dark sorceress and a witch. She lives here. Wow, wow. And we're going to bully her.
Ah, there you are. As I said, I am Carla, and am grateful to you. Now, what shall we do?
Hi, grateful for you. I'm Dad.
The only thing that might interest you is my sorcery. Although my dark arts are a detestable sort. That wouldn't interest you, would it?
Ask to learn dark sorceries.
You're a wicked one, aren't you? Very well. Humans are of the dark, and you are no different. Some may avert their eyes, but the truth remains the truth. Be careful, though. Few humans are privy to this knowledge. Let it be a secret, kept between you and I.
Now, we can learn dark sorceries from her, which we can't do because you have to be really smart to use them. All dark sorceries and most dark miracles and all dark sorceries have highfalutin flavor text that doesn't really mean anything. Forbidden dark sorcery strikes with the blade formed of human darkness. Passed from mother to daughter, this blade was intended for both protection and as a mean of taking one's own life. The young girl has never swung it more than once. That doesn't mean anything. And then we have Affinity, a old spell of much lore having. Cast a manifestation of humanity. It appears to have an expression of envy, or perhaps love, towards another, that it will tenaciously pursue its target. Even so, like many human desires, it amounts to nothing but misfortune. It's a dark sorcery that homes very heavily. You'll remember it from Dark Souls 1 PvP. Now, we can't actually give her sorcery scrolls, but we can give her other things.
Do stay safe.
Now, here's Cornix, our pyromancy teacher.
Ah, there you are.
And we can try to give him... Oh,
Well,
I could actually give him this one.
I've never seen anything like this. This inscription. This tome is from the catacombs. Fascinating. On this day, the teacher learns alongside the pupil.
Not Bloodborne Grandma, but she is a repeat Grandma. But if we try to give him the Grave Warden Pyromancy Tome...
I'm afraid I cannot accept this. This pyromancy tome is dark and delves into the depths of men where an untouchable flame resides. I cannot comprehend this myself, let alone teach it to you. It is a spell forbidden in the Great Swamp, and nearly everywhere else too. Only one terribly afflicted or burdened by deep sorrow could begin to understand this.
Yep, so he won't take it.
Do not be gone for long.
Let's go say hi to Grandma. The model for this Grandma is directly ripped from Dark Souls 2. And she laughs at you just like the Dark Souls 2 Grandmas.
How?
Now we can giving her some... Actually, no. Leave.
Ashen one.
We didn't read, Prisoner Chief's Ashes. Hello, Chad. Honorable Ashes of the Prisoner Chief of the Catacombs. Well, of the Catacombs, not of the Catacombs, of the dungeon. With this, the shrined handmaiden will prepare new items. The Prisoner Chief used his clouts to hoard all manner of things, but died without putting them to use. He's holding coins! Yeah, she does have a Bloodborne throne, though. That is very understandable.
Ow.
And you give her Umbra Ash to unlock new items.
Gracious.
She always says the same thing, except for one.
Gracious.
So what new items do we have? We can buy Young White Branches, which are a fun item. We can buy, I think, Gold Pine Resin now, I think. Yeah, Excrement-Covered Ash lets us buy Dung Pie and Stalk Dung Pie. Strictly speaking, this consists of different material than the Dung Pie, but waste is waste, no sense splitting hairs. Perhaps some undead have fond memories of waste. Or perhaps not. Sparky Manzos. Nothing extraordinary. Oh, we can buy the Xanthus set. Xanthus Overcoat. This is a fun set. I'll be buying it eventually. And also Carla's set. It would be madness to wear such a thing, even though it is extremely cool. I'm buying the hat. And the robes.
Ashen one. Is it? Ashen one.
So because I'm missing a pyromancy scroll, we'll not be able to, in totality, unlock this. Wait, first. Oh yeah, now I get to reveal that I look very ugly. Let's try out this. I just picked up some of these. Where are they at? No, really, where are they at? I have so many. Here they are. I made my hollowing go away. Now I'm back to hollowing 0, which doesn't show up. When I die, my hollowing will increase by 5. And I'll start to look ugly again. Hollowing has no effect on anything as far as I can tell. Hello!
Ah, hello again. Thank goodness. Yes. Yes.
So, we can give her the pyromancy tome.
Oh, a pyromancy tome, have we? And one that resonates with the dark. Yes, well suited to me. Very well. If this is your wish, I will unravel the thing the best I can. Besides, it would be nice to play master for once.
Let's try talking to her now.
There is one thing that you should know. There is a darkness within man, and I am afraid you will peer into it.
Yes.
Whether the fear will spark self-reflection or a ruinous nostalgia is up to you entirely.
Do I have to choose between those?
Your choice will bring you no scorn. There is one thing.
Okay. So now, we have some bad books that we didn't give to the miracle trainer. Because, they would make her have bad dreams.
Oh, is this a divine tome? What on earth are you thinking? I wouldn't go near a divine tome, or any so-called miracle. And casters of miracles are sure to steer clear of me. So please, don't torture me so.
Bullying!
Ah, you. How could you? Oh. I know. I owe my life to you. Fine then. But just this once, I will tell you this tale. But do understand, it will be my first time. I'll have no sniggering should I err.
Just this one time, huh? How about a second time?
Oh, I know. Fine then. I'll have no sniggering should I err.
Okay, but now we can learn Dark's miracles. She can teach them to us as well. And some of them are quite
You
good.
stay safe.
So we're gonna eat some of our soul items in order to buy some of these spales. Vow of Silence is pretty used. Deep Protection is very good. Miracle taught to the inaugurated deacon. Slightly boosts attack, damage absorption, resistance, while also increasing stamina recovery speed. Deep Protection is a lot of small buffs all at once. The Deep was originally a peaceful and sacred place, but became the final rest for many aberrant things. This tale of the Deep offers protection for those who worship amidst the horrors. Buying it. We have Gnaw, which is the worst version of Doris's gnawing. Summon insect swarms to feast on foes! These insects which lurk in the deep have tiny jaws lined with fangs to tear open the skin and burrow into the flesh of the ground. It's very bloodborne. Dead again. Sacrilegious miracle of the Sable Church of Londor. Blesses corpses, turning them into traps. Londor, the Hollow Realm, is a society of undead, comprised of the corpses and shades of those who led unsavory lives. Perhaps such a blessing is really something that one must ponder? Requires too much intelligence for us. Vow of Silence. Does what it says on the tin. Cancels all spell effects in the vicinity, including your own. This actually does work on some bosses. I'm going to try it out later. Members of the Sable Church were all trained swordsmen, each sworn only to their weapons as they bear the leaden silence of Londor. And of course Darkblade. The third daughter, Liliane, one of the founders of the Sable Church, is said to recount tales that portray the suffering and conflicts of Hollows. We will learn about the other two daughters of the Sable Church. We've met one of them already. Actually, I think... No, we haven't met both of them already. I need more souls, hold on. So Darkblade will be useful whenever I want to do dark damage instead of lightning. Yeah, Corpse Explosion. Corpse Explosion is very good. All you have to do is go through the Maggot Cave to get an appreciation for Corpse Explosion.
Do stay safe.
Later. And now we shall increase our sword once more to achieve the mightiest of blades. Wow, B scaling on faith, huh? That's rather good. Yeah, our damage takes quite a bit of a jump here.
Pretty be careful.
Thank
I
you.
don't want to see that.
Okay, what to do now? I think what I want to do is put on the old Lingering Dragon Crest. Actually, what I want to do is upgrade Cleric Sacred Chime. Which means I need Lashards, which I have plenty of. I also intended to go back to Diablo 3 after Necromancers, but I also didn't. Oh, I didn't actually read the slab before using it, so we've missed out on the lore. Well, we'll get more. There will be more slabs to be had. Do I want to spend chunks on this, or do I want to save my chunks for... I'll get to S scaling.
Pretty be careful.
So now Cleric Sacred Chime has become better than Priest Sacred Chime. But not by a whole lot. And now where to go? Okay. Let's pretend we're going to kill a boss. Because I accidentally evaporated some lore on accident. You see, after I sent Greyrat to go raid Lothric Castle, I spoke to Patches, trying to buy some rusted gold coins, but he left when I talked to him, in order to seek Greyrat out, and he won't come back until I've killed a boss. However, I have a boss available to kill. And killing this boss will award me with... Actually, can I go up here? I can. I never realized you could go up here. Man, it doesn't seem very useful. We'll go over here to find some lore. One of them got me. Lashard! We have Patches and Moonlight Greatsword. They show up everywhere. Okay. So I embered up because I want to summon this person, Great Swamp Cuculus. Hurry up, Cuculus. Hurry, let's go. Quickly! Cuculus, enter! Oh, can you not enter until I trigger the boss fight? No, come here, you fool! Ah, never mind. So, summoning Cuculus here will give us treasures. His demon casts Great Combustion, but you can roll through it. So I'm pretty crazy powerful right now. I might die though. Oh, it died from poison. Thanks, Great Swamp Cuculus. Yeah, that didn't last long. But there's lore here. I mean, a big ass... I meant to say big ass butt, but I just said big ass because that's what it is. And it's still got juice in it. So all of the demons... Most of the demons in the world have died. And they don't have real bodies, so they aren't rotting. And we killed one of the last demons. I guess the Demon King piled up all the demons down here in the gutter. But there's no real reason to fight the old Demon King. There's even poor old Capra. Look how tiny Capra Demon looks. Yeah, there's a centipede demon down here, is there? Well, let's try to find it. Although there was only ever one centipede demon. Oh, there it is. The demon centipede. I think it's even missing a head. Hard to tell. Let's return to base. Actually, there's no real reason to return to base. We can keep exploring here. But let's look at Soul of the Old Demon King. Shriveled Old Demon King is now like a clump of burnt ash, but he is the last living witness to the chaos of Izalith. And now he's dead. But we're still going to be fired upon by that big-ass Ballistae. Unless we come up here. I probably should have swapped to Great Lightning Spear, and I'll have the opportunity to do so now. So we're going to fool around in here for a little while and then call it a stream. Take off Sacred Oath to obtain you, and you know what, sure, just in case. Actually, no. Do old Deep Protection. Deep Protection is a very powerful spell. I guess if I was buffing at the bonfire, I should have put on Great Lightning Blade as well. There's these things, which are not demons. I should probably put on, you know what, sure, let's put on you. And they drop plain old Titanite shards. There's more, and now for some reason these guys are here. And they do toxic instead of man, these guys are going at it. Do I have any poison moss? Yes. I should wear armor with the most lore. What is the most lore? I have most of the set. I'm missing the shield. The shield is the hardest one to get by far. Wait, who's fighting me? Ah, whatever. It's the ultra fucker. I hate you! And there's two of them! I hate the ultra fuckers. And there's this thing, which has like fungus growing out of it. Very bloodborne-y. Although it's might be the beginnings of what an egg looks like when you're a goat. No egg vermifuges in this dark future, I'm afraid. Well, shit. I failed to jump. Now I'm down here. There's more goats. Why are the goats here? I guess we're not that far from the swamp. The swamps are Pyromancer zone. We have the minor goats. Okay. We have some more piles of demons, but these ones are made of stone, not juicy. I kind of lost track of where I'm going. Who'd have thought? Oh, there's some lore in here. I'm gonna parry this fool. I'm gonna waste lots of resources. Up, his move was better. Poke. So there's a Black Knight just down here doing what it remembers. Killing demons. And a special item. No fire damage in this game. Designed to face chaos demons. The unique attack of this sword greatly reduces enemy poise, reflecting the tremendous size of the enemy side. It's a decent weapon. Twinkling Titanite weapon, I believe. If you're a greatsword user and you plan on fighting some demons, why not try Black Knight Greatsword? I think I want to find some stairs up. Yeah, in Dark Souls 2, Black Knight weapons mysteriously did fire damage. I'm not entirely certain why. Oh no! Slime! Let's deal with this slime with extreme prejudice. And also this thing. Oh, you're still alive? Oh, no, you're not. Okay. Will I make the jump this time? No? Can you just not make the jump from that side? This is the demon room. No, it's not. Well, I can get to the place where I was by just... Where you come from? I can just teleport to where I was trying to go to. I guess being nude would help. Man, always with the nudist stuff. Ratigan, Ratigan, Rats! Wonder if this is a fake wall. Oh, where'd you come from? So we're going to be... I'm not... wonder how long I'm going to keep messing around here. Here is some lore. Look at this pile of lore. So this corpse here is, of course, Quillag's sister, consumed by the eggs, finally. But this corpse is a bit more mysterious. It was holding the Quilana Pyromancer tome, which kind of implies this was Quilana. Except, where is the trademark gold-hemmed robe? I did not know. I suppose it could also be Eingi, but if that's the case, where's the trademark egg? And this tome is bound in gold-hemmed black silk. Pyromancy Tome of Quilana containing her unique spells. These pyromancies can only be taught by a female master. Give to a female pyromancy master to learn Quilana's pyromancies. Quilana, the sole surviving witch of Izalith, once accepted a human pupil, but after the pupil moved on, she never took another. That's not exactly true. She taught old Salaman, and then eventually taught the character from Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 1. But whether or not this is Quilana or not is up to speculation. She might have come home to comfort her only dying sister left and passed on with the rest of them. I believe that is going to be it for this stream. There's a lot of stuff to do down here now that I've decided to come down here. But we have a little more lore to squeeze out, probably. For instance, we can go up here and talk to Lord Chudley. Yo, Chudley.
Aha, thou returned. So,
Because we can transpose Chaos Bed vestiges from the soul of the old Demon King. Traces of the tumultuous seed bed that birthed the beings known as demons. Demons born from fire bore its smoldering essence and perished soon after. Man shares this rapport with the flames to this day. This is basically the reason to kill the old Demon King, because this pyromancy is incredibly powerful. It's alright, Chad. There's always the VOD. I guess if you ever want to, like, be on a stream sometime so that you don't miss it, just holler at me. Like, it doesn't have to be Dark Souls. It can be anything. So, yeah, this is the vestiges of the Bed of Chaos. Day birth to pay. You can also make the Old King's Great Hammer. This is a Dark Souls 2 weapon. This weapon has survived since Old Izalith and is imbued with the remnants of Chaos Flame. Except the old demon, the old Iron King was like hardly, you know, wasn't around since Izalith. I don't think. Maybe. Who knows?
Treat the fire.
Yeah. Treat the Firekeeper, but not disrespectedly. Yeah, talking Yoda at me, asshole. And then we have a little more lore we could pull out of here. Oh, I know what we can end the stream on.
Ah, there you are. I am...
We can try giving him Quilon a Pyromancy Tome.
Ah, what have we here? By the gods, this inscription reads, Quelana, the ancient deity, one of the witches of Izalith. The last of them who wandered the lands. Then she must have returned to Izalith after all.
That kind of implies the corpse is
I
her.
regret to say, I cannot accept this. Quelana's pyromancies are for witches and must be learned from a mistress. But thank you for allowing me to peer upon such a thing. If only I were a woman.
Calling her a deity is basically correct, because the Chaos Witches had the power of a Lord Soul, and the Chaos Witches that we saw are Quelaag, Quelaag's sister. I think Ceaseless Discharge was also one, because he was their brother. Whether or not he could use the pyromancy or not is hard to say. And then we had Quilana, who was the only transmogrified of the Witches of Izalith that was not also murdered by the Chaos Flame. So basically a primordial human who had the soul of a lord. That was enough to get Gwyn called a god.
Do not be gone for long.
And then over here...
Ah, hello again. Thank goodness. Yes. Yes.
we can give her Quilana's Pyromancy Tome.
Oh, another pyromancy tome, have we? Quelana, Witch of Izalith. Well, this is a fascinating pyromancy. I may be a heretical sorcerer, but you bring me nothing but pyromancies. Fiendish little lass, you.
Hey, I also brought you some Bibles. And that allows you to bid Fire Whip, Firestorm, and Undead Rapport. I don't think any of these pyromancies are especially good. Some people, it's not Fire Whip that's good. It's the other one, the flamethrower one. People like that in PvP. You can also get Black Flame and Black Fire Orb, which are somehow from Quilana, even though no, these are from High Lord Woldnir. Okay, I didn't even see these last time. Yeah, I forgot to look at these. These are some of the best pyromancies in the game. These two right here. They deal dark damage. By the Grave Wardens. Not the ones from Dark Souls 2, though. Slightly different. Black flames show, born from the abyss, bear no shadow. They are said to be impenetrable fires of humanity. Yeah, these games like using,
Do stay safe.
They do like reusing voice actors. Anyways, we have one more thing yet to do before we can call it a stream. Because there was a reason I got Cuculus to help me. Oh, and I needed to check to see if Carla and Irina had the same pose. I guess I shall do that after showing why I summoned Cuculus. Now, usually summoning an NPC, there's no reason to. Usually they're not that helpful, or they make the fight harder. Cuculus is alright. She wastes a lot of time using toxic and poison gas on the boss, and then uses power within and whips it with a whip. which is about as useful as you can imagine. But not even worth my time. If you should come over here, after summoning Cuculus for the fight, for some reason, Cornyx's stuff is here. It is true. The poison is actually what killed the boss. Firebomb. Oh, Fire Gem. That's a rare drop. Let's get back to Firelink and read this Firemancy. Now, Cornyx didn't die. We'll go talk to him. He better not have died. He's the only guy that can upgrade Pyromancy Flames. But Cuculus was wearing Cornyx's set. And Cornyx is on the one of the ways you can get to Irina of Carim, so let's go check it out. See, he's still alive. He had to spawn in, though. He's the only guy who can reinforce my flame.
Do not be gone. What?
I was kind of thrilling there, because he wasn't there for a second, because when I'm streaming this game, NPCs at Firelink pop in. Okay. Hands on the right, feet on the left. Or feet on her right, hands on her left. Hands on her right. She's got one hand behind her, one hand in front of her. She has both her hands in front of her. They are almost the same pose, but not quite.
Oh, Champion of Ash. Welcome back. Do you wish to hear a tale?
I know we can end the stream on.
I was not meant to be a firekeeper, but I am honored to serve you beside the bonfire. The gods are ever merciful. My gratitude lies with them and with you. I am yours now. Your wish is my command. Thank you ever so much, sweet champion. May your solemn duty conclude in triumph.
So we've now given her all of the Divine Braille tomes that are not spooky, and bought all of them. Which has made some changes happen in the world. For one, if we go to the Road of Sacrifices, a change will have happened here. There was one or two ways that the lore could be squeezed out of the Irina side quests, and I chose the one that was a little weirder. If you give Irina a dark spell tome, and then buy a dark spell from her, you're making her read a spooky story. And that makes her very sad, and she will become very distraught, and eventually bad things happen. And a certain Aigon of Carim will attack you. And you have to wear his gloves to talk to her, which might have been the more loreful of options. But I talked with friend of the show, Tactful Ogre, and he said that I should do the path, which would mean I would not be able to use dark miracles until I got Carla, which was a baked-in excuse to break into Lothric. And if you give her only good pyromancy, good divine tomes, and then wait, am I skipping something? I think it only drives her mad if you buy all of them. You can have your cake and eat it too. I have to double check to make sure NPCs are spawning. Okay. Yeah, I did it in the wrong order. I did have to reload the world, though. She's gone! I wonder where she could have been. I wonder where she could go. Well, what were her aspirations that we have helped along by giving her good stories to read? Well, she told us that she was meant to be she wanted to become a firekeeper, but it was never fated to be. So let's go here. The grave of the firekeepers. All these corpses on the ground. They're wearing the same dress and mask as the firekeeper is. And who's this? Who's taking her hood back? She kind of looks like the lighting in here is not very good. But
Oh, sweet champion of Ash, let souls be your strength.
we're gonna double up here. So she's become a firekeeper. So yeah, if you buy all of the divine miracles from her and buy no spooky miracles from her, she becomes a firekeeper. If you give her a spooky book but don't buy any of the spooky miracles, after she becomes a firekeeper, she will throw them on the ground at her feet. Do I have I keep thinking I have a bone shard. So we go back to the Road of Sacrifices. I believe now the thing I was looking for will be there. Because we have yet to resolve what would happen to Irina's Watcher, her knight in service. Because Knights of Karim would spend their entire lives in devotion to a single maiden. I wouldn't call it great for her. She just kind of drops them at her feet. But in doing so, you deny yourself the use of Dark Blade and Deep Protection, which are incredibly useful spells. Which is why I broke into Lothric and got a book that would give me other buffs. Huh. Am I forgetting how to do this? Yeah, also Carla can read Braille. Also, there's Braille in this game. I really don't want to have to, like... Is he here? I didn't think he was here. I'm looking for Aigon. I thought Aigon just showed up in her old cell after the thing happened, and then you... I would not at all be surprised if I broke some quest. I need to defeat another boss. That is often the trigger for it. Well, if I figure out what it'll be, we'll do that next time. So before we go, let's do this before I forget. I keep doing the one more thing, but I always do that. It's Cornyx's garb. Tower of Cornyx, paramount to the Great Swamp. In the Great Swamp, it is customary to adorn oneself with articles of nature. Cornyx favored the use of raven feathers. Ravens are said to once have been Firelink messengers, guiding the undead to the lands of the ancient gods. Yeah, I remember Raven from Dark Souls. Sure, tell me what the event flag is. Cornyx's armor is very stylish. It has very high elemental defense and very low physical defense. And he is indeed a shaman. The bronze ornamentation serves to ward off evil spirits. That's why it's got huge curse resist. This long skirt emulate those worn by witches who were the forebears of pyromancy. Wow, it's got gold hem. And you are supposed to wear the old sage's blindfold with the set, but really, we gotta be popping that look off. I guess my spikes kind of jam into my hat. Oh, yep, right, you can summon him for Dragon Slayer armor. That's right. Let's go back to my style and look, which I don't remember what was. This is slightly too heavy. That's ugly, though. I don't want to do that. There we go. That's styling. Let's call it a stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry for no Resident Evil 4 today, but things came up. If you like the stream, consider following, especially if anyone who is here from Manybots host, if anyone are still out there. And if you really like the stream, you can subscribe. I have a very excellent sub emote. If you like the game Yoshi's Cookie, which you should, I don't know why you would not like the game if you watched. I guess we almost had 5 Yokos in a row, so I would clear the chat, but we didn't. Thanks for watching!